Hey everyone, it's Ryan with Escotech, and I'm back with another video upgrading the Dell Optiplex 5080. This time I have the full-size 5080 tower, and I'm going to add the full-size NVIDIA RTX 3050, 32GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM, and a 1TB Crucial P3 SSD. If you are interested in seeing how this PC performs, stick around for the results. Upgrading an Optiplex has long been a great way to get into PC gaming. Since most people are probably interested in seeing if this is a good value, I'm going to start with the price breakdown. I paid $190 secondhand for the Optiplex 5080 mini tower with an i5 10600 CPU, $185 for the NVIDIA RTX 3050, $49 for the Corsair Vengeance LPX 32GB DDR4 RAM kit, and $59 for the Crucial P3 1TB SSD. For a total of $482.97. So this ended up being $54 more than the small form factor build from my last video. This obviously isn't cheap, but with mostly new parts it should be reliable, and with PC gaming getting more expensive and GPU prices where they are, it's still a relatively cheap way to get into PC gaming. The next best entry-level card, the RTX 4060, is about the only GPU readily available right now, and it starts at $329 on Newegg. So I feel like building the entire computer for only about $150 more still is a decent value. Alright, so with the build done, the PC posted first try, and I did a fresh install of Windows 11 and drivers to run benchmarks. Starting with 3D Mark, this PC scored 5039 on Time Spy, which is about 4.5% better than the low-profile RTX 3050 from my last video. The low-profile card had some disadvantages that I will discuss soon. The only other benchmark I am running this time is Unigine Superposition, and with a score of 8,581, this result was also 4.5% faster than the low-profile RTX 3050. I think the performance difference for the low-profile card is all down to two things. First, the small form factor of the Optiplex 5080 has the open-ended PCIe X4 slot that I had to use, while the full tower of the Optiplex 5080 has a proper X16 slot. The second difference is that the small form factor Optiplex I used had a Core i5-10500, and the full tower had an i5-10600, which has a 300 MHz higher boost clock and a 200 MHz higher base clock. I don't think either of these differences mattered much, but combined they caused the 4.5% performance discrepancy between the low profile and full-size RTX 3050s. So that's it for this video. I'm going to use that last note to segue into my next video. Out of curiosity, I'm going to install the low-profile RTX 3050 in the full tower to give it the faster CPU and the full PCIe X16 slot and see how it compares to the full-size card in the exact same system. This will get a true apples-to-apples comparison. I am also going to run more benchmarks on both cards, so if you're interested in seeing any other benchmarks ran on these, be sure to subscribe, and I will also be doing a couple more videos in this Optiplex 5080 series. Where I've upgraded those, I'll probably take a look at some cooling and possibly just some maybe aesthetic upgrades as well. So if you're interested in seeing any of those, be sure to check out those videos. And once again, thanks for watching.